before we get started, I have a shower thought that I want to share with you.
Perfect. Let's go.
Live on the podcast right now. Is that okay?
Perfect. Let's riff.
All right, get this. Okay, so I was thinking about, you know how random stuff pops up? I was thinking about our shirts. Remember last episode we talked about we want to do Life Be Life in shirts? Okay, so Serina is our creative director here. In my opinion, I made her that, okay?
I'll take it.
And she's amazing. She designed our beautiful hourglass logo. Give her some freaking love for that on socials, on Discord. Send her love. She is fab. Anyway, okay, so get this. Ready? I'm going to pitch the idea to you right now, live on the podcast.
Let's go.
Okay, ready? The front of the shirt says "Life Be Lifin'," and like with the LIFIN. I'm going to pitch to you apostrophe or not apostrophe. I don't know.
Okay.
Nick is my young person reference, so we'll ask him what's like cool with the young people.
You got the generational tap right there, Nick. That's what you've got going on.
So, oh my gosh, he is my pulse to the young people. But, okay, and then on the back, it has our adorable logo in the middle, but not too big, kind of like perfect little Serina size, right? Pocket size. And then on the top, it says at Then One Pod, and on the bottom it says hashtag Then One Pod. And maybe there's a QR code there. I don't know, somewhere in there. Is that too much? What's going on? I'd love some feedback here.
Well, from a fashion perspective, I'm not sure how QR codes go over with the trends nowadays. But hey,
dude, no, I'm sorry. I'd like to veto. My algorithm is showing me so many things of people wearing clothes with QR codes on it. Like, I don't know if these are AI videos or not. Nick, help me out here. But like,
all right, Nick,
it's like I'm looking for a man who, I don't know, has a job and whatever their qualifications are, and there's a QR code.
Yeah, I've seen the Just Marrieds with the @Venmos. Like you could send some random stranger like some money for their anyway.
I think it's a different market, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. All right.
I definitely have a different algorithm than Nick.
You're saying, Nick, we should workshop this a little bit more is what you're saying.
Okay, fine. Wait, can I pitch this at least? So the front says Life Be Lifin', right? And our usual thing. And then but in like fun bright colors, like neon pink and like 90s retro colors. I think that'd be fun.
I say we do it like where it's the picture of our like from the like 1990s, right? And like that the trend of where the faces are looking, and they have like the Life Be Life or like this was Nirvana, and it's like Hanson that's behind the picture and stuff. Anyway, we're going we
are deep diving here. Okay, listen, before we go too much in a tangent, and everyone was like, who is that dude, that handsome fella in the corner in the middle of the woods? I would love to introduce you all to Nick. Nick is my friend.
Welcome, Nick. We are going to first say welcome to the Then When podcast. We are your hosts, Serina
and Mary. Oh my gosh,
we're still
didn't even introduce ourselves.
Yeah.
We're having so much fun just hanging out. This is what happens, Nick. But this is what happens when Nick and I hang out too. It's just like, I don't know, stuff comes up.
So you're saying this is going to be an extra long edition of our Then When podcast today?
It might be 47 minutes. Sorry. My apologies to the people out there. No, but Nick is my friend who I met in such a sweet way, I think. Okay, so I'm going to tell our origin story here. Nick and I are both behavior analysts, which is just a big way to say behavior nerd, right? Here we are. And because we were nerds, we were at our local conference, state conference, and we were both in the parking lot. And, it's busy. Everybody's getting there. So we were trying to cross. And I just looked at him and go, strength in numbers. And we just walked across together. And then we just started chatting a little. Meanwhile, Nick, the first thing I noticed about you was your slamming ass shoes, dude. You had some lovely shoes on, and I was like, I know that this is my friend over here.
What kind of shoes were they, Nick? Come on. Or
I
unless,
think
does
like,
Mary need to
They were
describe
his
them?
favorite color, brown.
they are. Brown is my favorite color. I
Someone's
love
got to give Brown some love. It's okay.
Oh my
That's
gosh,
fine.
Nick totally does.
Yeah,
I
that's
do.
good. All right,
Every
so what are these
Anyway,
slamming shoes?
so he had these slamming shoes on, and then we just started chatting, and we were both attending the conference, like, not like alone, like we all knew people, but we just ended up sitting together and chatting together. And then, I don't know, we realized we lived locally. And so that's been really fun. Nick has, I'm never going to let you talk, Nick. Hold on.
I know.
Nick
Nick's like,
has
why am I
a
even
local
on here?
business. I know. Obviously, we need some like aesthetic, stylish person, and I thought of you immediately. For all of our visual listeners, watchers. That's so weird.
Oh my gosh,
Anyway,
Barry, get
I
on
digress.
real.
Anyways, no. So Nick has a business, a local business like I do. And so it's been fun for us, or for me at least, to collaborate with him on different things. And he's the one that inspires me to think big and take action on those things. And so I'm so glad that you had the time, Nick, to come on the podcast, possibly maybe get a word in edgewise. I'm not really sure yet. I haven't decided.
So welcome, Nick. Thank you so much. As Mary
Welcome.
said, I'm going
Well,
to go ahead and kick it over and say, hey, Nick, how do you want to introduce yourself to our crew here, the listeners that we have?
Millions of listeners.
Millions.
slowly got a little scary. I don't know. Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Mary did like a killer introduction. I mean, like that, our almost getting hit in the parking lot is kind of like the best way to introduce us, I think. And I think that's just kind of
it
like
was great.
our theme across like, every time we hang out. It's something crazy, something crazy happens, but we love it. We
In a
love
good way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um, but my name is Nick Lucatino. Like Mary said, I have a small business that helps individuals with disabilities and kind of navigate that transition to adulthood. That's like kind
Do
of
you
my
want to introduce it?
inclusive pathways.
All right. We'll put link in show notes, everyone. So
Link in show notes. That place is great. Nick is running an empire over there.
yeah. So tell us a little bit more, Nick, before I cut you off. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So my area of interest is really in helping young people with disabilities kind of figure out what their passion is and help them kind of navigate that and navigate those steps to kind of adulthood and to kind of achieving their dreams. And so that's where a lot of my work kind of falls and the work that I do. And that's kind of how Mary and I connected initially.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
because we're
What
both behavior analysts, but we are using it in the non-traditional ways that you see. Like traditionally, our field goes into schools or they work in clinics or things like that. But a group of us, and I wouldn't even say small anymore, Nick, because my algorithm is showing me a lot of other people doing this, but are taking the science of behavior and they're applying it in different ways, like the way we do on this podcast. Oh, I just let out a secret. We tell you guys some evidence-based behavioral strategies here on the podcast.
nerds.
Nerds. No, but so Nick is that kind of like outside of the box thinker. And the things that he's developed at his company have been a really cool application of the science for me to see personally.
That's
So,
great. Well, what
yeah.
inspired you, Nick, to kind of take it that direction? Because if you're saying that typically that role is usually kind of kept in a box that's like a supporting box to all these other institutions, what got you to take it the direction you've taken it?
So like going way, way back, right, to when I was in high school, so a high school senior, I said to myself, like, there was like that transition was hard, right? Like, I think like it's hard for anybody kind of going from high school to like whatever next steps. Um, I think for me, it was like when I got to the point where I was a special ed teacher before, right when I graduated college. That's what my initial degree was in. And so when I was a special teacher, I was seeing like all these kids that were seniors were having the same kind of like almost like little crisis, right? Like, what do I want to do? What do I want to? All those kind of questions that kind of come up at that time. And I think I find it very interesting. Like, right, the way that life kind of plays out is like you pick a job, then you try it, and then you do it, and then if you hate it, what do? Like, you have to quit and then go back to school. Like, it's a weird concept and system, and
Oh my
so
gosh. Dude, you're talking to my entire generation. People in their 40s are having this time crisis of self, and they're like, what have I gotten myself into?
Yeah, and it's so true though, because
Yeah,
if you think
totally.
about it, like you're 16, 17, 18 years old, you have no idea. Yeah, you want to be a fashion designer, right? And then you get there and you're like, oh my God, this sucks. This is terrible. I'm never doing this. I don't want to do this
Mhm.
every day. And so then
Mhm.
Yeah.
what do? You're stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of developed a model and idea, and I'm a very like creative thinker, because we were talking about. Like I love kind of being able to kind of think outside the box and just do kind of different things. And
Mhm.
so the science of behavior really is typically applied to younger individuals. It's very like autism based. It's very rigid, right? But it doesn't have to be. There's so much that could be applied to like anybody and any point in their life and any spectrum of ability. And so I think
Yeah.
that I tried to really like pull those different concepts, different ideas, and then make it into something that was really like helpful to people that actually could help them navigate that transition.
Yeah, you're kind of dealing with the bridge from adolescence into adulthood at the very, burgeoning part of it. And now Mary's also kind of letting you know there's actually a value to this to everybody who's living their second, adolescence to next adulthood when they get to that 40, midlife kind of space where they're like, what did I put all my time and energy into? So
Yeah.
for you to recognize that in flight and to see how you could help support that is a very um, uh, it's a gift to be able to provide to all of these people because if you take into consideration what kind of the neurotypical people express in those age groups and that launching into adulthood, which we've all felt and we've all supported others to get into, you're also finding the nuance to help support those with special needs as well to kind of embrace and what that looks like for
Yeah,
them too. So that's a
yeah.
beautiful way to kind of layer that in and add additional oomph, if you will, to the world. So, Nick,
The
that's
way I thought
awesome.
about
That's
it
great
was
to
like,
hear.
so someone neurotypical, right? I had enough challenge going through. Can you imagine all the other challenges that these individuals face on a daily
Hmm.
basis? Kind of adding that on top of it to like, really like it kind of becomes like it's like sickles out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the nice thing is that like really anyone can use it too. Like,
Yeah,
because you're just learning the information about yourself and then it's really about like how you get that information across to the person, right? Who's receiving it. And so what are the modalities for that? But yeah, Nick has this really cool program and feel free to, I don't want to like shout you out, Nick, but he has this really great program that um is I think very user friendly, just like easy question and answer stuff like, quizzes we all used to take on BuzzFeed, or maybe people still do and I just don't because I'm old now. But Nick, weigh in on that. Are the young people still on BuzzFeed taking quizzes?
I don't know about BuzzFeed, but
What Friends character are you?
Where are they?
No one's doing that.
there's
That's
I
the
don't know about
But
millennial
how
part
do
of
they
it.
know? How
Right.
will they know if they're a Rachel or a Joey?
Nick, where are all the polls coming from
I
now?
think the
All those
TikTok
quizzes.
algorithm brings it to them. It
Yeah,
just
There you
gotcha.
go, maybe.
It's all passive
Gosh,
now, Mary.
I know. Well,
it's
I
automated
mean,
for you.
I know some of our listeners or watchers can resonate with me, so I know I'm
You're
comforted that
still
way.
hip. You're still cool, Mary. It's
I'm
okay.
still cool. Yeah, no, but Nick has this cool question answer interface and then it from those easy things it learns all this information about you. And so like he's been able to ask people about their interests and then from that develop like what kind of a career path would be good for them, what kind of hobbies. I did the hobby one. It was so fun. Nick, do you want to talk more about that?
Yeah. So one of the things that came up early on when we were starting inclusive pathways was people were like, I need stuff to do in my free time. Like I like to walk, I like to listen to music, and people ask me, I go on dates, people ask me what I like to do, and I don't never know what to say. And so I was like, let's create something where we kind of can use AI to kind of think outside the box of like other ideas or ways of like things to do on a daily basis, right? Taking their current interests and like expanding on them. And so we created it's about a 20 question survey that families or individuals or anyone can fill out, basically just asking, do you prefer to be inside? Do you prefer to be outside? Solo with a group of people? I think all kind of different preference questions. And then you provide 3 activities that you do like on a weekly basis. And then what we do is we throw it into AI and we have like a little algorithm that we kind of wrote out. And what it does is it pops out really kind of some creative like leisure activities and different kind of things that you wouldn't think of. Um, like the aquascaping, there's like random things that I've never heard of, right? That like,
Totally.
what?
There's
But
always what? Geocaching?
oh, geocaching is
Oh,
on every phone.
geocaching.
There's like a little glitch in the system. I don't know why, but everybody gets geocaching, so uh, must be.
Remember
I'm a
when that was a thing?
geocacher, by the way, guys.
Oh,
So, like,
total nerds over here, Nick.
total
Nerd
nerd.
alert.
My name is Finders Peepers.
Oh my gosh, you're
Sorry.
adorable,
Sorry.
Serena.
So, anyway, so it keeps on giving geocaching to everybody, but
Yes.
But it's kind of a cool tool. So that's kind of the example of like we kind of try to, as an organization, we try to take different kind of problem areas and kind of find creative solutions to kind of tackle them and help people.
how do the
Yeah.
listeners access this if they're curious?
Contact us at Inclusive Pathways.
Hey, all right, perfect.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
dude, you got to make that an app too.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Wait, so
I'm picking up that there's an
speaking-
app somewhere in here.
Speaking of apps, I just let the cat out of the bag here. But Nick has developed an app even. So like on top of all this wonderful stuff, I met with him not too long ago and he was like, "Guess what? I developed an app." And I was like, "That's monumental to me." Tell us about your app, Nick. What is it called?
So if you go to askwdym.com, it's called Ask What Do You Mean? And the premise behind it is really like if you've ever gotten a text from a boss, from like someone you're dating, from someone you're married to, someone, a friend, and you're like, what the hell does this mean? Like, how do I interpret this? Like, what do I do with this? It's an app to kind of help interpret the social nuances like associated with communication, right? And so to kind of help identify responses that you could give back. So it came out of some work that I was doing with a client is on autism spectrum. He was dating for the first time, and he's like texting this girl, and every time he's getting a text back, he's like, I don't know what to say back. I don't know what to say back. And so I was like, I'm not giving you the response. I was giving responses back, and I'm like, I can't give you any more responses back. Like she's talking to me now, not you. So this is a little weird.
Cyrano de Bergerac level stuff right there. Book nerd
Seriously.
stuff. Sorry, guys. I mean,
So I ended up developing this app, and what's funny is in the weeks leading up to as I was doing it, my friends always, as a behavior analyst, and Mary, you probably can attest to this too. People hear you're a behavior analyst, and they're always like, "Oh, I have this problem," and then they tell you some like crazy story about someone they're dating or someone they're talking to, and people always want like advice, and I'm like, that's not really what behavior analysis is. Like, I go into the whole field, like, that's not really, but then I try to like my best to kind of interpret it for him, whatever. And so it's funny, 2 or 3 friends of mine that came up to me and were like, "Oh, I got this text from this girl or this guy or so and so," and I was like, "Oh my god, this is such a useful thing." Or
Yeah.
somebody else came up to me saying I had an email from my boss. Like, how do I reply to this email to my boss? Like, this is pissing me off. Like, what do I say? And so I was like, I have to make this app. And so we made it, and it's kind of cool when you go on the website. It's a web app. It's free. It's open source for anyone to kind of use. We want feedback on it, so there's a feedback option there too. But the idea being that you either upload a screenshot of the message or you type the message in, provide a little context to like what the situation was happening before or after, kind of applying some of those like behavioral principles of like antecedents and consequences and nerdy stuff.
Nerds.
And then you give some background about who you're talking to and what your goal is for the conversation, and it actually plugs out an analysis of like what they feel like what it feels like me could be meaning, the tone that they used. Gives you 3 reply options based on like the context you gave, and then also gives you like kind of like a social coaching tip, like moving forward, this is what you should say, or this is what you should do, or things like that.
Isn't that cool?
I think that's tremendous. And, I mean, Mary, I know you've had exposure to it, but this is my first time getting the nitty gritty of the details of just, Nick has an app. And I'm like, great. But I did get a little bit of context before about it being kind of a communication tool. Nick, the thing I think that's really incredible about this is that one of the things that I really try to encourage in people is to kind of elicit the use of a pause in their communication, is to receive the information, try to sit with it for a moment instead of just a rash, immediate response. And this is really, truly the app version of that, with kind of giving them a visibility to the initial, response, then thinking through the context because they want to be sure and clear that they're responding in kind. I think that is a tremendous gift that you're giving to people, because you think about how we miss context in text and emails all day long. and you are now giving them a place to really have the intention of response in that. So well done. I am excited about your app, and I want to test
Yeah.
it out for sure. So this
Just
is
let me know.
You
great.
could use it right now. It's so, so cool. I
Right
love
this instant while we're talking. I want to
right
be, I
this
want to be
it
here.
not right now,
So,
obviously. Please finish
but I'm
listening
going to
to this
try it.
episode, obviously, please.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, what's so great about it is when you were describing it, Nick, I thought to myself, like, wow, imagine having all of that thought and intention into sending a text to someone like that. What is your goal of this text? Like, wow, that's really I don't know, it sounds like very intentional and crafty, and I
Mhm.
like that behind it, It
Nick, I
gives
think
more thought to it.
world peace is next on your list, because I feel like the translation between all world leaders and having conversations, it could all be hinged on this very noble cause that you're putting out through your app. So
Don't give me
Oh
any
my
idea.
God, imagine if people started using it like Trump and world leaders and stuff. Sorry, I said the T word on the
yeah,
podcast, Serena.
no,
I'm really sorry. My
Negotiations.
I'll fix it
apologies.
in post. I'll
Thank
fix it
you.
in post. But I mean, it is communication is it has never really changed much, other than the impacts of losing pieces of inflection and the real world sitting across from somebody in the flesh. Like even here, it's a 2D exchange. In most cases, I can read your body language through the screen, which is great. But there's also the element of just feeling the energy in the room, like when you say something and it just sucks the air out of the room. Like that's a palpable
Yes.
thing. So in the absence of those kinds of things, you're trying to put together tools that help support a good and healthy communication stream, and that is to be applauded for sure.
Yeah. And my big, like, focus and everything I do is I want it to be universal, right? Like, I want it to be something that, like, it doesn't feel like you have to have a disability to use this app and only people with disabilities can use this app. I want it to be something that, like, you're on Tinder right now talking to somebody new and you're like, "I don't know what to say to this person," right? Like, pull up the app and, like, you have another way to kind of respond, right? So, like, it should be that anyone
Yes.
could use,
You could just
regardless.
be an add-in for all of these apps that are out
Totally.
there to
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
See?
Oh my
Get
gosh.
it. Like I think
Tinder,
it
hit
for
us up
sure.
for advertisement. Do we
Yeah,
want
you're
sponsorship from Tinder? Heck yes.
we'll
Send
take
it our way.
Yeah, but you think about like all the other add-ins that people put on things. Like I know there's one like Grammarly, I think, is one that kind of hinges in and helps you write these things, but it's not through the lens of understanding. And I think that's a true like button to sit on top of. And yeah, certainly get yourself into all those other spaces, because I think it would do tremendous for all of those apps that are out there.
Yeah, I think that's the key to what AI is missing, Nick. And I think you found it here through this app is like intentionality. What is the tone? What is the goal? Because that's the stuff that it doesn't have.
Yes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's amazing. Isn't that so great? This is why I didn't want to tell you all about it ahead of
That's
time,
fine.
Serena, because I knew that your blind like feedback was going to be so beautiful. And look, it was.
Well, I mean, I really appreciate it too, because I think that getting exposure to more information that's out there, the whole nature of what we're trying to do with this podcast, and something that we're going to kind of jump in a little bit with you too, Nick, is really finding those pivotal moments where you're saying, I'm stuck waiting, or I'm done waiting on this idea that I have, or I'm done waiting for the right sign to take action on something. And I know there's another part of your story that Mary is very complimentary of, and something that we kind of spoke last week about was when you go it alone and you're just basically taking the initiative to do something that pushes your comfort zone, is going out on your own and stepping into a new space, a new idea with a goal in mind. I know that you recently had kind of taken that step towards a relocation. If Mary, if what I'm remembering from our conversations,
Yeah.
for your accelerated education, right? And putting something in your cup, for what you needed. So I hope that was enough of a good intro, Nick, for you to know what I'm talking
Oh my
about.
gosh, Nick, how did she see it without even really knowing? I
It was
love
magic.
that. It was magic. Yeah, future Dr. Nick over here. Burr, 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 burr.
We
I'm
need that.
so excited for you, Nick. Yay.
So Nick, in your
so
words,
let us know, what's the next step in your educational journey here, my friend?
Yeah, so I've always wanted to do a PhD. It's been something that, like, just to kind of continue my education and keep learning. Like we talked about, I'm a little nerdy. I like to learn. I get very excited about learning new things and just like expanding the knowledge base and kind of what I have. And so, last fall was in a transition period, doing all the same great work that I'm doing now, but kind of in a period where I was feeling a little stuck, right? Like I was in that kind of like rut feeling of just like I wasn't super happy with all the facets of my life, right? And I'm like, I help people plan their own lives and like make, passion, find their passion, all these things like that. And am I doing that in my own life? I was like, I don't know if it doesn't add up, right? And so it really was like a second kind of to take back, like I had to look back and say, like, all right, what do I really want for myself? And looking at like my like kind of goals for myself was a PhD in continuing education was something I really wanted to do. And I said, all right, I'm at a point where like I'm single right now. I'm not like tied down anywhere. I don't have any kids. I'm at a point where I can kind of be flexible and do these kind of things. And so I sent out applications in the fall to a couple different programs. And then I ended up in April deciding to go to the University of Wisconsin at Madison for my PhD.
Yeah, cheese state. I'm getting a cheese hat, okay? Bring one back for me.
I'll bring it back to you.
That'd be for the next episode you're on. We're all wearing cheese hats at that
Oh
point.
my
You're like, how's it
gosh, that
going?
would be amazing.
Be great.
So
I
yeah,
love it.
Yeah, that's insane because you don't really live over there. So that's a big jump for you. And tell us kind of like how you came to that. Because that a big move like that could be scary for people.
Yeah.
How did you end up like taking action on it?
And it's so interesting. It ended up being one of those decisions that, like, you just know when something's right, and you're like, this is what I need to do. Like, this is the moment. Like, you feel it, kind of that it's the right thing to do.
You're
Uh,
following your belly button.
yeah,
that's my
I
other
think
shirt. That's the other shirt.
okay.
Yeah, that's the
I
other shirt.
have a QR code too.
Don't make fun of my QR code. It's genius.
It's
I
gonna be
do
in the
like
shape of a belly button.
different pattern, like cool pattern maybe.
Ew, that's so gross.
Sorry. Okay.
Anyway,
So Nick is following his belly button.
you're following your belly button out to the cheese state.
And so,
Hope you're not lactose intolerant.
yeah, I,
We'll see.
yeah, we'll see. Actually, we'll see how I can handle it. But I'm excited. It's funny. Wisconsin was like never anywhere. Like I honestly couldn't even put it on a map. And when I first was applying to programs, I was like,
Thank
"Where
you,
is?"
American education.
Thank you, man. That was scary. But it's funny when I got to spend a week there. I got to spend some time there. I really like got to enjoy and kind of. I'm excited about it. And so I think like the novelty too of like moving to somewhere new is kind of keeping me in that exciting phase. On my phone, I think maybe I should do this the other day. I'll show you, flash my phone here for a second. But I got this app with little
Ooh,
countdowns and stuff.
risky. Ooh, fun. What's the countdown?
But 49 days, 49 days.
Oh,
But
yay.
little things like that are keeping me excited and less I think I'm still nervous and think it's like it's still a big move, right? And it's still like
Yeah.
scary and
Well, yeah, and you're using a tool to help you stay like focused and on target with it. So I think that's also incredible because if you weren't to have something like that, how do you think you would feel inside with that? Would it just start to turn into an anxiety or you'd still stay excited about it? Where would
I
you
think I'd
fall?
probably be more anxious because it's like that unknown amount of time, right? It's like when you have that when you don't know how long you can't really anticipate how long until something happens. You
Hmm.
get more anxious, right? You kind of you're anticipating it more. You get more worried. So it's
Right.
kind of nice to have I like having that. And every day I do one little thing towards the move. It's like been my thing every day. So like
Oh, yay.
yesterday I packed
These.
like one box of like winter clothes. Like it's just little
Oh,
things to kind of like that
Aw.
get myself ready for it. Um,
Nick,
Yeah.
we'll have to
it's
have you in the Discord to drop little like tools and tricks to keep yourself motivated and excited about your goals at hand. So I think
Yes.
you've got it down. So that's great.
Nick is so good at that. He introduced me. I haven't told you about it yet, Serena, but he introduced me to this great app that gives you a like a good intention or a mantra for, however many times you want a day. So that's really fun. And also one that gives you a new word. But they're, like, next to each other on my phone. I gotta send you some of these screenshots right now. I'll put them on
You
our
get like
Discord.
that.
The thing
Yes.
is that, like, sometimes they're conflicting messages, and sometimes it's, like, hilariously ironic. So now I've been, like, screenshotting. I'll put them on the Discord. Check them out,
Keep in the
guys. They're
noticings.
hilarious.
We have so much fun. Well, aw.
Yeah. No,
Well,
but Nick has so many tools like that. I feel like that you utilize to kind of like manage these situations in ways of like knowing and understanding yourself. Like you want to be less anxious, right? So you then put these tools in place to support that, to help kind of balance you out. Imagine if you were more anxious. Jesus Christ, that would be crazy.
Imagine if
We
yeah,
wouldn't
oh my
we
god.
wouldn't survive.
No, no one would.
Thank God for your
no.
tools.
Seriously.
Well,
Seriously.
what about your community, Nick? Like, I know Mary is a massive cheerleader of yours, just from what she has shared with me, and I can totally understand why. So what
Yeah.
about any other people in your community? How are they helping support or lifting you in that?
Yeah, my family's been so great about, like, being supportive and kind of, excited for me, and, we keep calling it the roadie, so we're taking a 16-hour road trip, down to drive all my stuff down and everything, so it's me, my brother, and my dad, so we keep calling it we forget the best buddies roadie or something we called it.
Oh, that's
Oh,
So
fantastic.
just to make a joke of it and try to be funny with it, but
so cute.
keep joking we're gonna make, like, AI cheese hat, like,
I
with them,
love it.
um,
Well,
Yes.
but, yeah, I think that's probably going to be the hardest part too for me. I grew up in Connecticut, I lived in Connecticut most of my life, and I think that, like, I have a really, like, tight-knit community here and of friends and family and things like that, and so moving somewhere where I don't have that and I have to restart is, again, a little scary, but I think at the same time, it's also kind of exciting, um,
Mhm.
because it's like you get a fresh start, and, like, when else in my life am I gonna get a fresh start at all these kind of things in
Yes.
all parts of my life? So,
mhm.
Being the person that you are now, like people will get to know the now version of you instead of like having remembered all of the other versions of you that we all go through growing up.
yes, exactly.
That's so
Yeah.
fun.
I
I
still
keep
think
joking with
there's
my friends that I'm gonna, like, change my whole personality. She'll switch
You
up.
are?
Like, "We'll just switch it all up, just, like, see what happens," you know?
Are
It's
you
like,
gonna take on an alias, like a
yeah,
nom de plume?
I
Ah!
I come back, for the winter break as a different person, who knows?
Oh my
Nick
gosh.
comes back with a soul patch in the mustache and be like,
Stop it. He goes
I
by
love it.
Nicholas now.
Yeah, and he only smokes cigarettes from a long straw, and it's, whatever, so oh
Oh
my
my
gosh. We have a
gosh.
whole persona for you, Nick, now, so yeah.
Perfect.
No, it's gonna be so great.
Mock up and I'll work on that.
Oh, I love it. That's what I was
We'll throw it into AI.
Yeah,
Get
perfect.
some
Right.
versions for you.
Yeah. Well, I still think there's a beauty, Mary, in people who remember the other versions of you too and still are in your
Totally.
life because they remind you of how far you come and also remind you of the things that are worth keeping from those previous versions. So,
Yes, and I
um,
think that there's a good balance of that, right? Because like this is a silly example, but this is a great one. Like I used to be late all the time. I don't know what you think of me, Nick, cuz Nick knows the now version of me, but I used to be late all the time and it was just expected of me. And I have since changed that habit mostly. Except the thing is like my old friend she has that version of me that I'm late all the time. But I have some new friends that think that I am always punctual and they're worried about being late. And so and my friend, shout out to Jen, she is going to laugh hysterically if she ever listens to this episode because for some reason with her, sometimes I run late, but she's also an early person. So I'm going to leave that to you, Jen. I love you.
I would love it for anybody to set their watch by you. And if you're late, they're always later because they think you're early.
I have a friend that we do that for. It's so
You
bad.
do? Oh,
hmm
yes.
Because she's always, like, a half hour late, so we always plan a half hour earlier. It's terrible.
Oh,
See, you
you're
gotta
an
know your
angel, Nick.
people. That is
Yes.
so smart. Because the thing is like, I don't think they want to be late, right? And then they're missing out on all that fun stuff in the beginning. They're kind of just like coming into something at
I
that
like your
point.
spin on that, Mary, because some things I'm late for that I'm like, I don't think there was anything fun happening before.
I mean, the
Not
fun
that I'm
doesn't
the one
arrive
bringing the
until Serina
party.
does, obviously.
Everyone, yes, I have arrived.
Exactly.
So,
Oh
no.
my gosh. That is the vibe when Serina walks into the room. It's like,
Mm.
oh, Serena's arrived. Yay.
But Mary
Same
has
with
that
Nick.
too. So.
I feel the same way. It's like, woo.
I think we should all test this out. It's like we all walk into a room either like singularly or all together, and like everybody passes out because they're all overwhelmed from the
damn.
absolute aura all three of us bring at the same time.
Hell
So,
yeah. It'd be
and
one of
then-
those movie walks with like, you know, the whole gang is
Everything's
walking
in
out at the same
slow-mo.
time. Yeah, the
Yeah.
fans are blowing in our
We
face.
all have that hair
I
going
don't
on.
think I need that.
Come
Nick's
on,
like,
Nick.
opt
You
out.
gotta be a part of it.
Let's show up after. 15 minutes late.
Not your scene. We gotta set it by Nick time, Serina. We just learned
we're not
something
going
about
in without
it.
you, Nick. You're right there in with us. So
Oh my gosh, one day I'm getting Nick to one of the Brooklyn dance parties. Yeah.
Yay. Well, Nick,
Nick's gonna do
let me know
it.
when you get invited, and I'll just hope and pray that Mary invites me too.
Oh my gosh, you're always invited, girlfriend.
I just don't know when
Anyone
they
that
are.
wants to come. Listen, I'm inviting our whole podcast community crew right now. If
To the next
you
one. When?
meet me at or I will be at, let's say that instead. I will be at the Brooklyn dance party in July. If it's happening, I got to check the calendar.
Just show up in New York, guys. Just show up in Brooklyn at any point
Show
in
up
time
in
in July,
Brooklyn.
and Mary might be there. So
Find the right warehouse.
Nick, that's even a stretch for you to have to just show up in Brooklyn unannounced with some nondescript time frame and location.
I might do it though, to be honest.
Excuse me, this is so Nick scene. I was telling Nick the last time, I don't know if I should share this, but I was telling Nick the last time I went down there, afterwards we were just like walking in this area. We like to do this. We look at the graffiti, whatever, see what else is around, you know. Anyways, this guy comes out of this club, like voraciously walks towards me and was like, "You go, Lavender Queen." And I was like, "Yeah."
All right. Did he clock you right or what?
Hell yeah, he clocked me right. Excuse you.
Hey,
I was
not
rocking that vibe. I had my light up disco ball earrings that I got. Oh my God, Nick, it's so fun. We had light up rings that we were giving to people. I mean, I'm that kind of people at a rave.
Nick, you're gonna let us know when there's anything cringe, right? Like you'll pretty much be like, okay, sidebar, need to talk to you. So you just like doing a little adjustment for us, just to keep us honest on
through all of his different quizzes.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
I'll make a quiz for you.
Your Brooklyn dance quiz. That's gonna be the next one.
Should you go to a Brooklyn dance party? The answer is always yes,
always
guys.
Yes.
Always yes.
That's your then when, people.
What's that?
Scan the QR code to find out more.
Oh my God. We have to put the QR code on the shirt now, okay? We've made it a thing. It has to go on.
I'll put it on the sleeve.
On the sleeve? Okay, that's cool. Like a tattoo.
Oh, I just got the thumbs up. That's wonderful.
What if we do it like tattoo style? That would be fun.
What if you did like stick-on tattoos? Now I'm getting excited. Like, you know,
our QR codes?
Yeah. People will be curious. Like, why do you have a QR code on your wrist?
Oh yeah, that's so true.
All right,
that's
I'm
some
here
good
for this. All right,
we're gonna have tattoos. Don't get Serina running. She wants so much merch, and honestly, guys, I'm down for it. So finally, when we get our act together, check out our merch store. It's going to be fab. You will not be disappointed. I literally have
really one very particular piece of merch that is in my brain that I want to make happen. And
Share
I hope I can make it
happen.
Put
it in the universe.
I will put it in the universe off pod because I feel like it's that exciting that I would want it to happen.
What a tease,
so badly.
Serina.
Yeah. When it
all
hits,
right, guys,
when we finally
soon.
have merch, that's when you know that's the thing that hit. So it's all good.
My gosh. Okay, let us know in the comments what that ends up being.
What you think it could be. Yeah.
What you think it could be.
What
oh my
is
gosh.
the merch that's inside of this brain right here?
Well, we already gave away that we're doing shirts, Auntie, right?
It's not a shirt, guys. I'll just tell you that.
It's not a shirt. But you know what? I mean, I'm going to let this slip. Sorry. I'm too excited. I'm really excited about the keychain.
Okay. What?
Remember? Oh, wait, you don't even remember? We talked about this fun keychain.
Nick, help.
Nick, here's the problem, and this is where we need your tools, is that we have great ideas, right? And it's more of that like taking action part that we need assistance with, because we can come up with great ideas till the sun goes down, but we don't take action on a lot of them.
But that's
Check
also
out our Patreon, but you can't.
But for real though, when you're talking about the type of focus that you guys that Nick, you give to people, like it does transcend beyond the embracing for adulthood and engaging for that. Like you help people be decisive, you help people make decisions, and that is kind of in line with what we do here. Is there any space for you to kind of explore that outside of just that very precise approach and application that you have through your business?
Yeah, so one of the things we've looked into and we're like actively looking into is applying it to kind of populations through the lifespan. We were talking about, people in their 40s, right? Not wanting, the job that they're in right now, things like that. But you think about like the PTO mom that like her kids graduate high school and then that next day, what does she do? Like what happens? Where does she kind of fit in the world? And what is her passion? What is her real like driver for life?
Yeah.
You think about the people that are in their maybe like late 60s, right, that are retiring, who've done the same job for 40 plus years, my dad. And like, what do you do now? Like, what's like the next step for you? What does retirement look like? They've never had the opportunity to have that time. So kind of applying it to different scenarios where people are going through like life's transitions, because there's transitions everywhere. I mean, I'm going through one right now, right? So like everyone goes through these different periods, and so applying it just kind of across a lifespan.
I love it. And I
Isn't
think
it
that's
great?
worth continuing the conversation. I really feel like there's a lot of people who can benefit from what you're doing. And I think a lot of conversations to be had about how that can be applied generationally, like you're saying. I think this is a wonderful conversation worth continuing over and over and checking in on. So would love
Yeah.
to have that, even sidebars to see how that can influence and impact even what we're doing over here, but also help support what you're doing over there.
Yeah, I
So,
love that.
Yeah, totally. We'd love to have you back on and actually talk for a little bit. That'd be great.
We'll keep Mary scripted. She's so
My God.
excited, though. I mean, you can't
I'm
stop her
so
because she's
excited.
pouring so much love
I love
over
it,
you.
yeah.
So it's like,
I know, I feel so
Sorry.
lost now after this. So it's like,
Oh,
good,
yay.
good.
so thank you.
Yay, you deserve it, Nick. You are a wonderful human being who is literally, I don't want to make a big deal about this, guys, literally changing the world. And that is really, really admirable. You inspire me all the time. That's why I always want us to go out and get coffees, because talking to you just like lights my fire with the stuff that I want to be doing. And so I appreciate that. And I like seeing that in you. So thank you.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Absolutely. It was so great to have you on, Nick. You are a wonderful human. We appreciate you.
Yep. And thank you. We'll definitely check back in with you, especially post move. Super
With cheese
excited for
hats
you
on.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, check out whatdoyoumean.com or swdym.com. Check it out.
Excellent.
Put in some text.
Link in
Yes, put
show
in
notes,
some
everybody.
text.
We will do it. We'll make sure
Help
everybody gets it.
navigate those situations with friends, coworkers, family, anyone really.
And appreciate
Awesome.
Nick even more for his guidance behind the scenes. So
Yes. Many snaps to you, Nick. Do young people do that? Probably not. Props. Do you guys give each other
He's cringing.
props?
It's cringing now. There we go.
give you golf clap for Nick.
There we go. Well, thank you, Nick. And thank
Awesome.
you for all of our listeners tuning in to listen to
Yes.
what Nick had to share. We're really excited about that and love to hear your feedback, especially as you use the app and engage with it. So
Yeah, totally. Reach out to us on all the socials. Thanks for sticking with us to the end. You guys rock.
right.
Then when, people?
Until when, people?
That's going to be my tagline, is then when.
Sounds good. Great. Thank you, Nick.
Bye. Thanks, Nick.
So that's it for today's episode of Then When. Honestly, we could talk about this stuff forever, but we know you've probably got things to do, or at least a very long list of things you're thinking about doing.
It's been a blast, but before we head out, we want to hear from you. We're looking for your then and your when.
Exactly. If you've got a recent win you're proud of, that's your then. Or if there's a back burner dream item you've been putting off, that's your when.
Whether it's a total triumph or help, I'm procrastinating, we want to share your stories on the show.
Seriously, come say hi. You can DM us at thenwhenpod or shoot us an email. We can't wait to hear what you're working on.
Until next time, take care of yourself. We'll catch you on the flip.